Have you ever wondered how some people achieve great success while others struggle? The answer lies in the power of daily habits. You see, our lives are the sum total of our habits. These patterns of behavior that we repeat day in and day out shape our identities, our health, our relationships, and ultimately, our destinies. Many of us go through life unaware of the impact our habits have, but the moment we start paying attention to them, we unlock the potential to transform our lives. Now, when we talk about habits, we're not just talking about brushing your teeth or making your bed. We're talking about those actions, those decisions that we repeat consistently. It could be as simple as choosing to eat a healthy breakfast instead of grabbing a donut, or as complex as dedicating an hour each day to learn a new language or skill. It was Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, who said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle understood that our actions, when repeated over time, become the habits that form the foundation of our lives. But let's be honest, changing habits is not easy. It's comfortable to stay in our routines, to stick to what we know. It's challenging to step out of our comfort zones and create new habits that support our goals and dreams. Yet that's exactly what we must do if we want to transform our lives. Remember, each habit, each choice, each action you take is like a brick. Alone, it may not seem like much, but stack them together, day after day, and you start to build a wall. Over time, these walls become the structures that define your life. They can be walls of health, success, and happiness, or they can be walls of regret, stagnation, and disappointment. The choice is yours. So, it's the habits that we cultivate daily that determine the trajectory of our lives. By being mindful of our habits, by choosing those that support our dreams and aspirations, we can build the life we want, brick by brick, day by day. Now, you might ask, what makes a habit powerful? Consistency is the key. Indeed, consistency is the heart of any habit. It's not about making massive, life-altering changes overnight. No, it's about the small, seemingly insignificant actions that we repeat day in, day out. Gradual, steady progress is the name of the game. Let's take a moment to reflect on the words of Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist and philosopher. He once said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." What was he getting at? It's simple. It's the idea that repetition, consistency, is far more potent than a single, intense effort. Imagine you're learning a new language. You could cram for 12 hours straight, but how much of that information will you retain? Now picture studying for just 30 minutes every day. This consistent effort allows the knowledge to sink in, to become ingrained in your mind. That's the power of consistency. But why is consistency so potent? It's because our brains are wired to respond to repetition. When we repeat an action, our brain begins to automate it, making it easier and more natural over time. It's like carving a path through a dense forest. The more you walk the same route, the clearer and easier the path becomes. Consistency also brings predictability and stability, which can be comforting. It provides a sense of control over the chaos of life. And let's not forget, consistency breeds trust in ourselves and in others. It's a testament to our reliability, our commitment, our tenacity. However, it's important to remember that consistency isn't about perfection. We all have off days. It's about the overall trend, the general direction, not the individual instances. So, if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. So, the essence of transformation lies not in grand gestures or dramatic shifts, but in the quiet, steady rhythm of consistency. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, but brick by brick, day by day, it was built. Remember, it's not about the intensity of your effort, but the consistency. Understanding the habit loop is crucial for habit formation. This couldn't be truer. What we commonly refer to as habits are in essence a loop of three distinct stages: the cue, the routine, and the reward. The cue is the trigger that kickstarts the process. It's that little nudge that signals your brain to go into automatic mode. This could be anything from a certain time of the day, a specific location, or even an emotional state. Say, for instance, the smell of fresh coffee brewing in the morning. That's a cue. Following the cue is the routine. This is the behavior itself. what we typically think of when we say habit. In our coffee example, the routine is the act of drinking the coffee. Lastly, we have the reward. This is the positive reinforcement that tells your brain, hey, this routine is something good, let's do it again. In the case of drinking coffee, the reward might be the energy boost or the comforting warmth you feel with each sip. Understanding this loop is like having a roadmap to your habits. It allows you to pinpoint what triggers certain behaviors and what rewards sustain them. It's akin to looking under the hood of a car. You get to see what makes it run, and if something's not working right, you know exactly where to tinker. But how does this help in forming new habits or replacing old ones? Well, once you identify the specific cues and rewards associated with a habit, you can begin to manipulate them. Want to start exercising in the morning? Set out your workout clothes the night before. That's your cue. After your workout, treat yourself to a delicious smoothie. That's your reward. Or maybe you're trying to break a bad habit. Let's say you have a habit of mindlessly snacking while watching TV. The cue is sitting down to watch a show, and the reward is the satisfaction you get from munching. To break this habit, you could replace the routine with something healthier, like doing a quick workout during commercial breaks. Once you understand the habit loop, you gain control over your actions. It's not a magic bullet, but it's a powerful tool for transforming your life one habit at a time. Ever heard of the term Kaizen? It's a Japanese concept meaning continuous improvement. It's a principle that can be applied to every aspect of our lives and is a powerful tool in the journey of personal transformation. Imagine for a moment that you have a big mountain to climb. If you try to scale it all at once, it can seem daunting, even impossible. But what if you break it down into smaller, more manageable steps? Suddenly, the impossible seems possible. This is the essence of Kaizen. You see, it's not about making massive, sweeping changes overnight. It's about making small, incremental adjustments every day. These tiny changes might not seem significant in the short term, but over time, they can lead to profound transformation. Consider this. If you improve just 1% each day in 1 year, you're not just 365% better. Due to the compounding effect, you're actually over 37 times better. That's the power of small changes. Take the example of British cycling team who in the early 2000s were in dire straits. But then they decided to adopt the Kaizen approach. They made small changes in everything they did, from the type of pillows the cyclists used for better sleep to the kind of massage gels they used for faster recovery. These tiny tweaks didn't seem like much, but they added up. In just 5 years, they went from being nowhere to winning the Tour de France. That's the magic of Kaizen. So, how can we apply this in our lives? Start with something small. Want to read more? Start with a page a day. Want to get fit? Start with a few minutes of exercise each day. It's about building the habit first. Once that's established, you can gradually increase your efforts. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the small steps that lead to big changes. So start today. Make that 1% improvement and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Discipline and willpower are the driving forces behind successful habit formation. These two elements form the bedrock upon which our daily habits are built and sustained. Discipline is the foundation. It's the willingness to stick to your guns, to follow through on your commitments, regardless of how you feel. You might not always feel like working out or studying or whatever habit you're trying to cultivate. That's where discipline comes in. It's the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it. It's about making a commitment to yourself and sticking to it. On the other hand, willpower is the fuel that propels us forward. It's that inner strength that enables us to push through challenges and resist temptations. Willpower is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. But just like a muscle, it can get fatigued if overused. That's why it's crucial to manage your willpower wisely and not spread it too thin. Now let's turn to a wise man who once said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." That man was Thomas Edison, a prolific inventor known for his unyielding discipline and relentless willpower. Edison understood that no matter how brilliant an idea might be, it's worthless without the discipline and willpower to bring it to life. Edison's quote highlights the importance of discipline and willpower in the process of habit formation. It's not about having a stroke of genius or a sudden bout of motivation. It's about the sweat, the grind, the daily push to keep going even when the going gets tough. That's where the magic happens. That's where habits are formed and strengthened. So if you're trying to cultivate new habits or break old ones, remember to flex those discipline and willpower muscles. Be consistent, be persistent. Show up every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Because in the end, it's not about the intensity of your effort, but the consistency. Your level of success is determined by your level of discipline and perseverance. So let's keep pushing, let's keep striving. Because with discipline and willpower, we can transform our daily habits and in turn, transform our lives. If you're finding this video helpful and inspiring, consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification button. You see, life is a journey and every step counts. This journey becomes more meaningful, more enriching when we walk together, learn together. Subscribing to our channel is like joining a community, a family where we grow together, inspire each other, and share wisdom. So why not be a part of this journey? Why not be a part of this change? Reach out to that notification button. Click it. Be the first to know when we release our next video. But don't stop there. Spread the message, share this video. Let's multiply this wisdom, let's multiply this inspiration. You never know. This simple act of sharing might just be the spark that someone needs to transform their life. Let's do this. Together, we can inspire and help others to transform their lives. Understanding the power of daily habits is one thing. Applying it is another. And it's here that the real transformation begins. It's time to take all we've learned and put it into action. Let's discuss some practical ways to apply the knowledge we've gained about daily habits. Imagine your life as a series of moments. Each moment is an opportunity to make a choice to follow a good habit or to fall into the trap of a bad one. Now, it might seem overwhelming at first, but remember, we're not aiming for a complete overhaul of your life overnight. No, we're focusing on making small, incremental changes, just like James Clear suggests in his book, Atomic Habits. Clear brilliantly illustrates that the key to transforming our lives lies in tweaking our everyday routines. So, how do we do this? First, we need to identify our current habits, write them down, understand them, and then start making those small changes. If you want to read more, don't just pledge to read a book a week. Instead, start by reading a page a day. If you wish to exercise more, don't commit to an hour a day. Begin with 5 minutes. An important point that Clear emphasizes is the need to make good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. So, let's say you want to incorporate a daily jog into your routine. You could lay out your running shoes the night before, making the habit obvious. Choose a scenic route for your jog, making it attractive. Start with a short jog, making it easy. And reward yourself with a healthy breakfast afterward, making it satisfying. The beauty of this approach is that it's not only manageable, but it also builds momentum. Each small victory fuels your motivation, and before you know it, these tiny habits will have snowballed into significant life changes. Start today, start small, and remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You have the power to transform your life one habit at a time. So why wait? Begin your journey of transformation today. As we wrap up, remember this quote by Lao Tzu. It's a profound notion, isn't it? The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. Take a moment to let that sink in. This is not about adding more tasks to your day or striving for perfection. It's about elevating your consciousness, your self-awareness. It's about understanding your habits, why they exist, and how they impact your life. Habits possess a transformative power that is often underestimated. Each small, seemingly insignificant action you take daily is like a brick. Alone, a brick may not seem like much, but stack them together day by day, and soon you have a wall, a house, a fortress. Your daily habits, no matter how small, are the bricks that construct the life you live. Now imagine if you consciously choose those bricks. If you decide to introduce habits that align with your goals, your values, your dreams, what kind of life could you build? When you introduce higher dimensions of consciousness into your awareness, you start to see the potential each day holds. You start to understand the power you have to shape your life. This isn't about a quick fix or an overnight transformation. It's about the daily commitment to growth, to improvement, to a better you. It's about the power of consistency, discipline, and small daily changes. It's about understanding the habit loop and using it to your advantage. Remember, you are not defined by the habits you want to break. You are defined by the habits you want to make. Embrace this power, this potential for growth. Make it a part of your daily life and watch as your life transforms as you transform. And as you embark on this journey of transformation, remember you're not alone. Share this knowledge with others. Share your experiences, your challenges, your victories, because together we can make a positive difference in the world. Embrace the power of daily habits and watch your life transform. Share this knowledge, and together, let's make a positive difference in the world.